Today, I'm inspired in my defiance because Donald Trump has chosen to pardon 75 different people who were directly responsible for attempting to overturn the 2020 election. This includes folks like Rudy Giuliani and Sidney Powell, who continued to spout lies for years in order to attempt to keep Trump in power. The idea that they would not have any consequences for those lies, that their actions would just be allowed, and not only allowed, but validated by the person who has the most power in our government. It has never been clear to me whether or not Donald Trump believes that he actually lost the 2020 election, but he had surrounded himself with so many people that told him that he had won that I think it's likely he does believe it. Now, I'm really not interested in relitigating the 2020 election, but it is clear to me that anyone who continues to believe that Joe Biden did not win is living in a different universe. And anyone who is attempting to whitewash or cover over that fact is pushing us further down the line into denying whatever truth is patently obvious. Now, I understand that we've been calling it the big lie for years now, but I still struggle with the idea that there are those of us who are interested in lying to one another about what actually happened, about how safe or secure our elections are, and pardoning 75 people who have lied to the American people is not a great way to build bridges. I know that's not what he is attempting to do, but I'm also very aware of the perilous, precarious place that our country is right now. And I need there to be a singular truth about who wins an election. It should not be subjective. It should not be up to whatever you might believe. And most importantly, I want there to be consequences for lying. Because if there aren't, then you can say whatever you want to. You can get someone else to believe something if you say it long enough, loud enough, and often enough. And that's what he has done. Wanting something to be true does not make it so. It is a lesson that I have to teach to my own 3 sons all of the time. It's something that I have to internalize as well. I have shortcomings. I have made mistakes. And the idea that I could say I don't have shortcomings, I don't have faults often enough so that other people believe that that's the truth, that's insane. We have to be able to trust one another. We have to be able to meet one another in common cause. This is a serious moment for a serious time. And we cannot have an unserious man giving pardons because he believes that he can construct the truth out of thin air. And I'm actually inspired today by the fact that the Supreme Court is not going to undo their precedent from 2015 that allowed same-sex couples to get married. They are not going to hear the ridiculous arguments that would undo that pledge that we have made to one another, that all love is love, that all marriages are equal in the eyes of the law. And while there might be members on the Supreme Court who might want to undo that law, there is enough of a majority there who believes that we have moved beyond that moment in history. And there are bigger issues to tackle right now. It shows me that we aren't taking every step backwards that we possibly can. It shows me that there is still some teeth in the decisions that have already been made on the Supreme Court. It shows me that we don't have to go all the way back, that the 1950s or even the 1990s are still far enough in the rearview mirror that we can move forward from it. Forward from prejudice, forward from the bigoted ideas that we had. By choosing not to hear this particular case, it does not mean that everyone agrees, but it does mean that millions of marriages will not be invalidated. It does mean that the people that loved one another yesterday and committed to one another, that still matters, that there is still power in that. I know this is a little bit of a shorter video today from the last ones that I've been making, but I'm going to start talking about one article for which I'm inspired in my defiance, and one article for which I am inspired in my reality each day. And I hope you'll stick around and watch me do it.